Kennard Williams, salute. Jason Clay, salute. Judah Fight Fan Lewis, salute. Brandon Hicks, Talik Frank, salute. What's good with my peoples, man? What's good with my peoples, man? Jay Good, KF Harris, AK Johnson, 81, salute. Derek Danny, salute. Brandon Hicks, Anthony Daniel Fury, Yoka, Wilder Joshua, Maurice Mr. Grind, salute. Big LT, salute. What's good? Let's see if we can get Joshua Ellis, salute. Ty King a lot, salute. Armando Smith, salute. Nassim the Dream, salute. Fred Thomas, salute. What's good with my peoples, man? Real Dino Wells, salute. What do you think about Robert Easter? I think GT Entertainment, Kaz, the Real Dino Wells, Bilal Hobbs, Raider Time, Ricky Wells, Martinez. I think that Robert Easter, man. What's going on, man? What? Real Dino Wells said make an official comeback. In 48, last hurrah. Salute. You could do whatever you want in life, man. Wave catcher, salute. Adara T, peace and blessings. Is Coleman gonna fight? I just had some real nonsense happen, man.
You're almost done. Click the Add to Chrome button, then click Add. You're almost done.
Pardon me, man. Antonio Witness, salute. Warback, salute. Oh, man. Man, got here. LB, War Ready, salute. Jamal Wright, salute. And my freaking laptop is doing some nonsense, man. Smash the like button. Jay Good, salute. Harless Production, salute. Subwoofer, 58 people in here. Smash the like button. Yeah. Man, we got 80 people, man. Smash the like button. War Ready, salute. Ty King Alive, salute. Randy Ridley, salute. Centino's Boxing, salute. Agro XR, salute. Thomas Mallory, salute. LB, salute. Yeah, man. I'm making this video in my Montreal, Virginia Beach, salute. This is unreal, man. Unbelievable. Unreal, man. This is unreal, man. Machinio, salute. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 100, man. We're going to get into this in a second. Pardon me, y'all, man. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to a hundo, man. Salute, dude. What's good? Hey, Chris. I was gonna say I'm on a live stream on the other phone, so on mine. Oh, she. Pardon me, y'all, man. I'm trying to fix my laptop, man. Excuse me, man. Boxing conversation, my brother Reggie Owens, man. Salute to you, man. Sheem G, Mr. J Duke 40, salute. Rainman Two Sides, salute. Kenneth Wise, salute. Nitty G, Jamal Wright, Michael Simmons, salute. Taurus Stanley, salute. Michael Simmons, my brother Ott B. Brown, salute. Richie Porter, salute. Taurus Stanley, Derek McGee, Wave Catcher. Wave Catcher, we're gonna rinse you up, Wave Catcher. Kenneth Wise, Renee Box Young, Woolbag, Nitty G, Cursor. My brothers, man. Salute. Peace and blessings, Kings. Cinnamon Savage, my brother Bish, B Megastar. Salute. What's good, bro? Deion Sanders, salute. Bahuli Sasha. I hope I said that right. Peace and blessings, I appreciate you. 7 Mile Rook, salute. Jafari Caesar, salute. So let's get into this, man. I'm trying to fix my laptop, man. If it's not one thing, man, it's always another, man. Salute to my brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell. Go subscribe to his channel. Smash the like button, man. Get them likes up to 150, man. So I don't know, man. My computer is wilding. I switched over to the internet out here, man. Fred Thomas, salute, because there's no internet out here. Jamal Wright, Eduardo Santiago, salute. There's no internet out here. I mean, there was no internet while I was driving and all that, man. And so I switched my I switched the internet, and for whatever reason, man, it's tripping. And so then my voice recorder that I use to do my videos, right? It just left. Tim Cullimore, salute. My voice recorder just left. And so my whole app just left. The whole thing just left. So I'm trying to fix it, and lo and behold, man, it won't even let me fix it. You know what I mean? I can't even download it. I can't. The app is gone. Sad One, salute. My whole app that I use to record is gone. And so I was calling my computer guy, which is my nephew, to try to help me fix it. That's what I was doing, man. And unfortunately, this video gonna have to wait because I can't do it. I can't get it done right now. Heartless Production, salute. Non-used Pro Tools, I actually use two. I use Audacity is one of them, and Dow Young Bay, salute. I happen to like Audacity, man, because it works fast, man. But for whatever reason, man, it ain't working. Drew Titan, Amir Shahu, salute. Hassan Usta, is that Rig HG Joshua against Ortiz? I don't know what you trying to say, bro. Dow Young Bay, salute. I don't understand what you trying to say, man. Ronique 313, salute. So let's get into this real quick, man. I'm not gonna stay on long, man. I know my brother World Breaker Fighting is coming on. I came on kind of late, man. So I just want to talk about this real quick. We're going to talk about this real quick for a quick 30 minutes, and then I'm going to get off here, man. For real, 007, salute. This whole situation, I got the WBC texting me right now. Don Morrell, salute. My brother from the WBC, man. I'm going to talk to him in a second. But let's get right into this, man. So Afro Caesar, salute. We all know, if you didn't know by now, the comments Bob Arum made about Al Haymon thus far, which was totally out of line and needs to be checked. TB Rice, salute. Salute to Theron Rice, man. Avery Pendo, salute. AB, salute. So Victor Miranda, salute. The comments Bob Arum made were totally out of line. Ruben Salinas Jr. salute. Mr. Gillian salute. It was totally out of line. It was totally disrespectful. Um, uh, uh, it was totally uncalled for. In the manner of which he referred to Al Heyman and his relationship with Errol Spence Jr. He referred, as they have like a homeboyish type of relationship, making it seem like Al Heyman is not a businessman, anonymous guy, salute. As if Al Heyman does it solely off of personal relationships and the fact that he's African American and he uses that to one up the other promoters around him. The and the manner and the language and the references he used to describe Errol Spence's relationship with Al Heyman was totally disrespectful. It definitely needs to be addressed because there's no place for that in today's world, in today's society. We know that, Mike Sanders, salute. Yeah, he has been saying these things for years, but that doesn't excuse it. So it becomes a time where you had enough. Smash the like button, get the likes up to 200. There comes a time where you have to have enough as a group, or how could I refer it? How could I explain it? As a people, you know. Al Heyman doesn't even talk in the public eye. You don't see Al Heyman. You never see Al Heyman. Lawrence RB, salute. Lawrence RB, we're gonna rent you up. Where's Bud or Bomac speak on this disrespect? Yeah, I agree with you, man. Lamonte's Hawkins, salute. Deuce 09, salute. Cass Gold, salute. I agree that they should take a stand in this situation as well because Bojack 654, salute. I agree that they should take a stand as well when it comes to this subject matter. JMJ 2121, salute. Because it's disrespectful. And he's representing you. Like my brother Fred from Barbershop Conversation says, he works for you. You don't work for him. Ronald Jones, salute. Philly Fight Doctor, salute. So he works for you. You don't work for him. So he represents you, as my brother Fred from Barbershop Conversations would say. One King, salute. Too tough talk, salute. Ricky Chino, salute. One Main, salute. So, exactly. So, what happens is, like my brother Fred said, Bob Arum works for you, Terrence Crawford. You don't work for him. And with that said, he represents you. When people see him out in the public, when it comes to Terrence Crawford's profile, when it comes to Terrence Crawford's the way he's perceived, do you really want this? And no disrespect to anybody, and anybody can do what they want. Larry Newsom, salute. He said Bob got caught trying to play chess using checker move. Exactly. Kane D bad guy, salute. And so, when you step out in the public eye, it's just like your lawyer, right? When you have a lawyer, do you want your lawyer? Your lawyer works for you. Now, he does all the talking to get you in and out of situations, right? He maneuvers you in and out of situations, right? Because that's what he went to school for. But yet, at the end of the day, he works for you. Now, do you want that lawyer to show up in court with his pants hanging down, with a Gucci belt on, with or do you want him to come to court with a cheap 3-piece suit that look like got it from a thrift shop. Shoes with holes in them, no briefcase, but carrying one of those, those the little organizers with the rope on it. Just that. He show up the court like that, and he puts that on the table. People gonna Alex T salute. People gonna look at you and say, "Man, you must not." And he could be a great lawyer. He could be a great lawyer, big time. Salute, Jeremy Bailey. Salute. Woolbag. Salute. And that I don't know what that guy was doing. Victor Miranda. Salute. And so with that said, do you want this guy representing you like that, in that manner? Do you want him to show up and the figurehead for you and your brand? Al Morris, salute. Right? Assad Naquib, salute. Where you been at? So do you want that, man? At the end of the day? And I'm pretty sure that they have a personal relationship. The showbiz Wiz, salute. Outside of there, Ty King alive, salute. Peace and blessings, King. Giving quality for life, salute. And so, President Jafar, salute. Peace and blessings, King. Mark Wunderlich, salute. So the thing is, do you really want that to be your brand, to be noticed as your brand? I'm not saying that he have to switch or anything of that nature, but behind closed doors, you should address it. Salute to my brother Big Dog Willie in the super chat. He says, salute, what's hood? Peace and blessings, King. Same old. Play Keiko, salute. Apply Keiko, salute. Pito Frescobar, salute. And so with that said, Al Haymon doesn't do anything, man. You don't see Al Haymon. He's not talking. Everything with Al Haymon is assumption. Akeem the Great, salute. It's all assumption. People assume this is what Al Haymon says. People assume this is how Al Haymon moves. People assume this is how Al Haymon talks. B Fighter, salute. At the end of the day, how many people have heard Al Haymon talk? Easy Money 12-217, salute. Right? The Truth Revealed, salute. How many people heard Al Haymon talk? How many people seen Al Haymon outside of a couple of Google pictures? If you Google Al Haymon, the same pictures come up. So you're not, and as much technology is there today, as much as reporters and TMZ and all of these people around, and you got to understand, Al Haymon is an interesting entity, not just in the sport of boxing. Not just in the sport of boxing. Entertainment, period. In entertainment, period. So you mean to tell me, with all the disdain that people have for him, a la Deontay Wilder. Only thing Deontay Wilder's in the public eye. Deion Sanders, salute. That's why I said entertainment, not just the boxing world. Angel of War, salute. TV, salute. Smash the like button and get the likes to 200. Chosen 115, Drew Titan, salute. So with that said, right? This man is not even speaking. How could you? Now, I know Bob Arum has had conversations with him, right? Bob Arum has done business with him, right? But there's so much people that co-sign these acts and say, yeah, because Al Haymon don't want this to happen. Esther Tarek 203, salute. So with that said, you don't even see Al Haymon. You don't talk to Al Haymon. Al Haymon's not seen. You can't Google nothing about. If I Google Al Haymon right now on my laptop, right? Let's show y'all something. Right? If I Google Al Haymon on my laptop right now, let's look at this, right? I'm just gonna show y'all something. Let's see what comes up. Oh. Right? It's a couple of pictures, the same old pictures. It's the same pictures, right? Look, it's the same pictures. And look, all these pictures look to be the same event, right? It's not even a different event. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? Look, all the pictures seem to be the very same event, right? Here goes one different picture, right? But look, this picture and this picture is the same, right? This picture and this picture, that picture is the same. That's the same picture as this picture, right? Here go another picture from this picture, right? Which is this picture and this picture and that picture. This picture is all the same place, all the same time. Here goes another picture of the same one. Here goes another one, another one. So now we have two different pictures of Al Heyman, right? And here go one picture of Al Heyman when he was like younger, right? Look, same picture. Here go a different one, right? With him and Floyd Mayweather in the back, right? But look at this. This is a painting. Here go one other picture, right? Thomas Moreland, salute. Cypher Supreme Rock, salute. Here we go. Look, same picture, same picture, and we on Google, right? These are all the same pictures. It's like it's like four pictures in total. Look, same picture, same picture, same picture. Look, same picture. No pictures of this man, right? Look. Let's just keep looking. This is the same picture from the other one with him and Floyd with the black leather hat. Look. Right? Look, this looks to be a similar night. Right? Look, same picture. Right? Look, this is created. My man Boxing Ego made that. Look, same picture. We on Google, mind you. You understand? Look, same picture. Look at this. Look at that picture, look, collage, right? Look at the picture, though. That's the same picture from Floyd sitting with him. Low Culture TV said Gene Dill. Yeah, because Gene Dill is in that world. Look, Al Heyman, that's the very same picture again. Look, a different angle, same picture, different angle. You understand what I'm getting at? Do y'all understand where I'm going with this? Right? Look, same picture. Look, it's the same picture of him. People just crop it and put other stuff around it. That's him. Same picture. Look, you understand what I'm saying? It's all the same picture. People are just cropping it. Right? Right there. So what happens is, look, it's just cropped. Look, same picture. Where's the new pictures? I could pull up multiple pictures of Bob Arum. Look, this is a picture of Bob Arum recently. This is an old picture of Bob Arum. Look, this picture of Al Heyman right here. Another picture that's cropped with some money. Look, same two pictures, just cropped to fit different profiles. Look, here we go again. But every time I scroll, you see a new version of Bob Arum, right? Look, that's the same picture somebody cropped once again. Y'all get where I'm coming from, right? Look, same picture, Al Heyman, just different. Even my thumbnail. Yeah, they got Magic Johnson up here. Even my thumbnail, right? Look, but look at this. This is a young Bob Arum. This is an older Bob Arum. You understand what I'm saying? Look, another picture of Bob Arum, and here's the same picture of Al Heyman again. The same picture of Al Heyman. Look, same picture. Smash the like button, get the likes to 200. Look, another same picture of Al Heyman. Look, same picture of Al Heyman, different people, right? Al Heyman got a lot of appearances with the same picture, though. You understand what I'm getting at? Look, him and Manny Pacquiao, black and white shot. It's just the same thing, though. Okay, so my point with this is, the point I'm trying to make with this entire conversation, right? Yeah, I showed you the picture TMZ had of Al Heyman when he was younger. That's it. It's about 4 pictures of Al Heyman on the internet. In 2019, there's 4 pictures of Al Heyman. Cutthroat Sports, salute. Smash the like button, get it up to 200. So with that said, what I'm trying to get at is this. People fear the unknown. Richard Diaz, salute, peace and blessings. Okay? I'm gonna say it to you, I'm gonna say it for y'all again. People fear the unknown. People fear the unknown. And what that said is the, people fear the unknown, right? And so what that said is, since he's not saying nothing, speak your mind sports talk. Salute. Al Mora, salute, appreciate you. So people fear the unknown. So what happens is, because they don't understand, they don't see Al Heyman, Mr. J, 8531, salute, Cypher Supreme TV, salute. Because they don't see Al Heyman, they don't talk, they don't hear him talking, they don't hear him, the moves he's making. You know he's there. You know he's moving, right? He's like air, right? E. Walker TV, salute. He's like air, right? You can't see the air, you can't touch the air, but you know it's there. You know it's there, and you know what it does for you. So you know what Al Heyman does for the sport of boxing, right? And you know what he does for the boxers themselves per se, right? Just like air does for us as human beings, right? So you can't see, you can't touch it, but we know it's there. No, I haven't come across him. I haven't. Trip, salute. Mike Tyson, salute. I've been with Sam, and he's talked to Al Heyman, but I haven't personally heard him. Low Culture TV, salute. And so with that said, we can't let these comments can't go unpunished, unknown. You understand what I'm saying? Star City J, salute. Because regardless if you like the way PBC fighters do stuff, how could you not like Al Heyman? Because you don't even know Al Heyman. You don't see Al Heyman. It's one thing for people to dislike us on the internet. Dre Green, salute. They don't know me, but I get detractors, right? Or Deontay Wilder. They don't know him, but he gets detractors. You don't even hear Al Heyman. At least you see me. You see Deontay Wilder. You might see the brothers from the LDBC. You might see Fred. You might see my brother Boxing Ego or Dante Boxing Nation. You see them, right? You don't know them, but you see them, right? And so you make up, because you see them and you hear us, right? So you're allowed to make up your own judgment of who we are. And so then you could say if you like blue or you don't, because I don't mix with your energy, your character. I don't fit in your circle. You know what I always say? Dudes is out of shape because there's too many squares in their circle, and squares don't fit in circles, right? We know this, right? And so with that said, so maybe I don't fit what you like. I'm not your taste. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not your cup of tea. And that's all good. Because you can hear me, you can see me. So you can make a judgment on me. You can pass a judgment on me, should I say, right? But you can't, you say you don't dislike me or whatever, but you don't know me, right? But now, Al Heyman, you don't even hear him. You don't see him, you don't hear him. If there wasn't for this 4 pictures on the internet, you won't even know what he looked like. Todd King alive. Peace and blessings, King. Sir Ken, salute. You don't hear Robert Fraud, salute. All you hear is people mention him. Right? He's like the dude from The Last Dragon. Y'all remember when he was searching for the master? And the dude went and it was no master? Right? And he got his world shattered and all that. And so that's the thing. If there wasn't for these 4 pictures on the internet, not only would you don't know who he is, you don't hear him, you wouldn't even know what he looked like. So how could you have a disdain for him? Why? This is why you have one. This is where I'm getting at. Now y'all see how I'm adding up the pieces to this puzzle, right? Now you see how I'm adding up the pieces to this puzzle. If you didn't see him and you didn't hear him, these 4 pictures and you don't hear him, how do you get a picture of what he is and how he is? Fraser Steen, salute. How do you get a picture in your head of how he is and who he is as a person? I'm going to tell you. The messengers, the powers that be, the messengers that have access to him. Aha! Now you see where I'm going with this. The perfectionist, salute. Now you see why I said we can't allow these comments to go unjust. Texas Bubba 6, salute. You see? Because if we allow this is the picture that the world will have, well, our world, boxing world will have, of Al Haymon. Because the masses who actually share space with him could leave out and paint a picture of him to us that don't see him and don't know him, don't know how he speaks, don't even know how he's, and somebody continues to tell you, oh, he's this way. And you get multiple people, 3. You understand? Y'all understand where I'm going with that. Alpesh Joshi, salute. It's all business? No, it's not all business, brother. Go back and do your homework. Come back and comment after you do your homework. Don't say it's all business because it's far from all business, brother. When you say the things that Bob Arum said, that's far from business. What does that have to do with business? What does Al Haymon race have to do with business? Tracy Smith, salute. Main Event Mark, salute. What does his race and his brotherhood have to do with business? Since you said it was business. So tell me what that have to do with business. Tell me what part of that is business. Because if I sit down on Wall Street and I bring up race, they go 619 Cali Factor, salute. One King, salute. Underground Solemn, salute. If I sit down on Wall Street, he's just putting pressure on Al. Nah, bruh. See, the comments that you made is the comments that we can't allow. Valacris, salute. Coda JBO, salute. The Truth Revealed, salute. Hashtag fact, salute. What you're saying is what we can't allow. The reason I'm speaking on this is because the comments you just made. So you want to give that man a pass for insulting this man in his what things that he can't change. KO, salute. He can't change his race. And because he can't change his race and another person look like him, that becomes his brotherhood. So now you're attacking his brotherhood and his things he can't change. You understand where I'm going with that? So if I sit down on Wall Street and I bring up a man's race and I bring up his culture and things of that nature, guess what's going to happen to me on Wall Street? Guess what's going to happen? Valdecris, salute. Now tell us what's going to happen. If I was a teacher and sat down and talk amongst my peers about another teacher and describe the other teacher in the same manner that Bob Arum described Al Haymon, what's going to happen to that teacher if that conversation got leaked out to the public? Tell me what's going to happen to that teacher. See, this is what I can't allow, bro. And let me ask you a question. Alphys Joshi, salute. Let me ask you a question. No disrespect, but what's your nationality? I'm gonna ask you that. Right. So you see, that's what happens. Right? When and no disrespect to you, brother. I want you to understand where I'm coming from. I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Here in America, we have this thing, right? The one to give it to you, salute in that super chat. He said Al should sue him for defamation. Salute to my brother, the one to give it to you in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. D Hodges, salute. Motor City Cobra, salute. So let me tell you this, right? Over here we have this issue. Motor City Cobra, I'm gonna rent you up. The one to give it to you, I think you already wrenched up, right? My brother. Yeah, you already wrenched up. So let me enlighten you on the issue, a little issue that we have over here that continues to happen over here in the States. whenever something happens with us as African Americans and things of that nature, guess what they say? Bogart Styles, 11 Hun, salute. Guess what happens to us? Guess what happens to us? People say all lives matter. Oh, well, let's just be on B crime. You understand what I'm coming from? They find a way to justify what we going through by saying somebody else goes through the same thing. That don't matter to me. Because what happens in my household is what's important to me and my household. What happens with me and my kids is important to me and my kids. Not saying it's not important to you, but you got to fix home before you leave out and start fixing your neighbor's house. And so when you got something going on in your house as a neighbor and you live the way you live, then you got to deal with it in the manner that you got to deal with it. But that don't stop me from trying to enlighten my household because you saying that it goes on in your household. Well, if that goes on in your household and you approve of it, then that's on you. But if it goes on in my household and I don't approve of it, then that's on me. So don't tell me how to think and what to think, and don't try to justify what the issues that I have due to the fact that you trying to make light of the situation, because that's what happens. And so what you just did was you said, well, remember when people was calling Bob Arum this, and this. That's equivalent to saying, well, yeah, this took place, but what about B on B crime? What about that? Essentially that's what you're saying. And so that's why you get people to say when the march was going and they saying Black Lives Matter, right? Then people started saying Blue Lives Matter. All lives matter. This life matter. That life matter. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm coming from? And so essentially that's what you just did. By saying, well, what about when people used to call Bob Arum out his name? They shouldn't have did that either. But what that got to do with what's going on right now? If Bob Arum didn't address that, right? That's on Bob Arum for not addressing that. And guess what? Like I just told you when I gave you an example in the beginning of this, and maybe you missed it. Kennedy Lindoff, salute. Maybe you missed it, but I'm gonna give you another example. I already said this, but I'll give it to you again. Right? You don't see Al Haymon. Okay, so let me give you another example. So you see how you were saying that people had an opinion about Bob Arum and they were saying Bob Arum was this and Bob Arum was that? I'm gonna tell you why. Just like I just gave you, and maybe you missed it, so I can tell you again. You look at me, Mrega God's one salute. You look at me every day. You hear me talking every day, right? 9 a.m., 1:30 p.m. Sometimes even in the evening, and featuring on other people's shows, right? You see me at events. You see me doing interviews. So you see me out and about. So it's safe to say that you can make an assumption or you can make a judgment of how you think I am. Justin Jackson, salute. Right? It's safe to say that you can say whether you like me or you don't. It's safe to say if I'm your cup of tea or am I not. Right? You can say that because you see me, you hear me talking. So maybe I don't vibe with you. Maybe we don't mix. That's cool because you see me on a daily basis. And so with that said, right? You see Bob Arum out. You see Bob Arum doing business. You hear Bob Arum talking all the time. There's got to be hundreds upon hundreds, if not thousands, of interviews with Bob Arum, pictures, and so on and so forth. So, BBG, salute. Boston King, salute. What's next for Amir Khan? Retirement. So you see Bob Arum. So if you look at Bob Arum and you say, man, that dude ain't my cup of tea. Well, you can say that. You know why you can say that? Because Mike Tyson, salute. You know why you can say that? Because you encounter him. You know what he's like. You know if you mix with him or not. Stephen Williams, salute. No, Stephen Williams. Actually, I don't. So Stephen Williams, I gotta block you. Or I'm gonna put you in timeout, brother. Because the only thing I saw was you said that us and the brothers always using the race card. You never see me do that. So why'd you come here and say that, brother? Now, when I just timed you out, I didn't block you. I just timed you out. So now you could come back and don't state it as an opinion. Ask a question because you've never listened to me and heard me use anything. Actually, this is probably the first conversation outside of the Nipsey Hussle conversation that I had to say this, to speak on these type of things. Other than that, is usually somewhere health or something, right? So when you say things like that, no, I'm not gonna block him because I'm gonna give him a chance to rectify his statements. Alex Real, salute. So there don't be no misjudgment of character. So there's no misjudgment. So there's no misunderstandings. So I give you a chance to come back in and come back here and say, when have you heard me? Prove to me when you heard me use that as any leverage or argument tool in my defense. Now come back in here or you're gonna disappear. One, Samuel Curitin, salute. You probably disappear. Maccabi Sharak, salute. Shalom. I'm gonna rent you up, my guy. Peace and blessings, King Shalom. Big time salute. So now I'm gonna give you a chance to come back in here and tell me when you've ever heard me use that as a tool in defense. To defend my what I'm saying or the boxer that I'm talking about. When have you ever heard me use that? So that's the reason I didn't block him is because it's about teaching one another, man. Now, some people choose not to learn. And if he happens to be one of the people that choose not to learn, then, be on your merry way. Then you could be on your merry way. Like I just stated, man, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But you're not going to come here and put words in my mouth that I never stated. Bolus Pollutus. Salute, Blue. Who I got? Triple G or Rawls. Oh, man, I hope Rawls win. Just for him cherry picking. Cherry picking go wrong. Leon Robinson, salute. Cleon Robinson, salute. So either watch this. Either A, he's not gonna come back and comment because he probably heard some. Either this is what happens. People hear us, the brothers in the LDBC, and they say, "Oh, they lump us together." Oh, all of them, and I'm not, and I want to make this very clear, right? Adewale M, salute. I want to make this very clear. I'm not distancing myself from my brothers at all, but we are all individuals that have differences of opinion. So what happens is people tend to hear one or somebody say something like that, and then they lump us together because we brothers, right? And they assume, or they never listen to us personally, individually, right? And they just say the LDBC, and so then come one, come all. You understand what I'm saying? One size fits all. This is the type of mentality that we're dealing with, right? And so since they can't disdain one from the other, they just lump us all together because that's a lazy mentality. Winston Lee, salute. So I know a lot of people think that they troll us and things in that nature. Dev, salute. It's more of a lazy mentality. That's more of what it is. 88 Sports Talk, salute. Because they haven't listened. It's first of all, it's too many of us to listen to us all every day on a daily basis. So sometimes they might not have never even heard me speak or never even heard me talk. Never heard one of my live streams. But they said, oh, that the brother Blue, oh, he with these brothers, and they all think like this. Lazy mentality. Salute to my brother Act Reach at hashtag 45 in the super chat. He said, no place like home. New York, New York. Yes, sir. New York, New York. And so that's what happens, man. And this is the mentality you get. This is what happens. This is what you get. You get people that come in and lump us together. So this brother just said that we use you. He never ever heard me say that ever once, not once. And nobody's been listening to me ever. You heard me referred as that. Montreal, Virginia Beach, salute. Nobody. William Schwartz, salute. because I don't associate that with the sport of boxing. Now, do I know the difference and understand the difference? Absolutely. But you never heard me. You never heard me and my brother Fred are like this, and he might be listening. But sometimes he's listening right now while he's working out, so he may be listening right now. Right? Last of the dying breed, salute. Bryson, salute. That's my brother like this, right? And he gonna come on here and he's gonna tell you from his standpoint of how he see things. And why? Because I'm gonna back my brother because of my brother. And so then people say, now he could tell me I'm wrong, I could tell him he's wrong. But it's still my opinion versus his. You understand? But because we show unity, and people don't like unity because it's hard to cause friction in unity. It's hard to cause waves in unity. So either A, they try to cause waves within the community, or since they can't, what they do is they start standing back in the middle of the street and throwing rocks at the throne. That's what happens. It's like I can't beat them, join them, type of mentality. Cypher Supreme TV, salute. It's just what it is. So see, the brother never came back. He was only timed out for a couple of seconds, but he never came back and said anything, right? Because he never heard me say that. He never heard me say that. Right? And so my brother Fred, right? He could come, Fred educates on a daily basis. That's my brother. Vital News, salute. That's my brother. I'm like this. I'm telling you, man. Right? And so he gonna educate you from so many different standpoints, and people don't like it. They don't like his confidence. It's not that they don't like him, it's that they don't like his confidence. It's a how dare you type of mentality. That's what it is. And so, back to this with Al Haymon, you don't even see him. How could you not like somebody that you don't see and never heard? Who's heard Al Haymon give a speech? Who's heard Al Haymon? All you hear is the fighters and other promoters tell you. They don't even tell you what he said. Bryson say he heard him. You're one in a million. You're a needle in a haystack, right? And so you're one in a million. But so you never even, most people never heard him speak, and most boxers they don't even give you an in-depth conversation. They don't give you an in-depth conversation. All they tell you is, people say, have you talked to Al? Yeah, Al, Al. Yeah, I sat down with Al and we're going to figure it out. That's like the furthest the conversation goes. You don't see this in-depth conversation from Al Haymon. Not even from the promoters. Not even from, this is the power and the strength that he exudes, right? Is that you hear Bob Arum, they sound intimidated. That's what it is. You ever listen to the promoters speak about him? Either one is going to be something. They're gonna try to paint a picture of him in a negative light, or right, they humbly talk about him. That's not a coincidence. I've heard my brother Fred has met him. So regardless of what y'all think or may perceive my brother Fred, right? He don't talk from a place of of a place of ignorance. He's talking from a place of experience. Young world, salute, right? I've talked to Deontay Wilder. I've talked to numerous of people, even Sam Watson. And my brother Fred, he had a empowerment breakfast, and some of y'all may have been there. And Sam Watson spoke at the breakfast, and Sam Watson asked me, Abdul Khalik Harris L, salute. He asked me, he said, what do I have any questions? And so I said, the question I said is, how did you link up with Al Haymon, right? Vernon Bembo, salute. So I asked Sam Watson. So what I'm getting at is this, is that Everybody speaks of him, right? That knows him, right? In a place of power. In a place of power. Deontay Wilder told me, Deontay Wilder and Chris, and y'all don't know who Chris is. Chris is the dude you see with Deontay Wilder all the time, right? They both told me when he walked in a room, if he walks in it, we was at the Barclays Center, this is what they told me. At Deontay Wilder press conference for Dominic Brazil. We talked behind the scenes. And this is what they told me. They said if he walked in the Barclays Center right now, that he would command the room without saying a word. B. Paulie, salute. And I'm not just saying this, you understand. I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. Christ one, salute. So how could if this is the way he is, everybody I've talked to at different times, you understand? I'm not telling you that we all had this conversation in one setting. I'm talking about people telling me this, true searchers. Look, people are telling me this at different times. You know what they say, right? If one person says something about you and this person says something about you, whether it be positive or negative, right? Most of the time, it's you. Black Cam TV, salute. It's you. You follow what I'm saying? You follow what I'm saying? Most of the time, it's you. So when you ever hear that saying where if somebody's saying you're not doing this well, and this person saying you're not doing that well, and this person saying you're not doing that well, and it's all the same thing that they're mentioning, right? They're referring to all the same behavior, right? And three different people from three different backgrounds are telling you this. It's not something wrong with them. It's usually something with you. Because they're not in cahoots. And so what I'm getting at is this is the same, this is the feeling I get from Al Haymon, because I'm getting this from his close friends, his family. You understand? His people that he worked for, right? And so this is all the same this is all the same picture that's getting painted. Only the people that are in competition with him paint a different picture of him. Pay attention, people. Your competitor is always going to paint a different picture of you because they're in competition with you, and especially if they're losing the race. If they're losing, of course they're going to paint a negative picture about you. Why would they paint a positive one? But see, this is the thing. Like I said, we seen Bob Arum. We seen Eddie Hearn talk. We seen Oscar De La Hoya. Right? So you can tell me what you think about them. You never heard one fighter. Actually, we seen a fighter in Vanis Monterosian who cried to come back to him and apologize for leaving him. And guess what? It wasn't his quote-unquote brother, like Bob Arum said. Because Vanis Monterosian is not an African-American. So it wasn't his quote-unquote brother in his brotherhood, that said, hey, come here, brother. You got to do it with us because we got to represent us. Vanis Monterosian is not that. So Vanis Monterosian cried real tears and said the worst thing he could have done was leave Al Haymon. Please, Al Haymon, have me back. If that don't tell you what you need to know, right? You get fighters that go to other platforms like Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs continuously says, "Yeah, I'm with the Zone. I'm with Eddie Hearn, but I still go back, Ronnie O, salute, and learn from Al Haymon. I still get advised by Al Haymon." What are we talking about, people? So my point in saying this is this. This is the point that I'm getting at in saying all of this. So I'll wrap this up because I know my brother World Breaker is coming on. Brian Chanel Jr., salute. I know somebody came on and said that, what about when they was calling Bob Arum this and saying Bob Arum that and things of that nature, right? Marcus Cano, salute. The thing is, you've seen Bob Arum, you heard Bob Arum numerous of times over, and you could, it's safe to say that if he's your cup of tea or not, you could judge that if that's your cup of tea or not, right? So You can't do that with Al Haymon because you never heard Al Haymon and you don't see Al Haymon. So how could you have a disdain for a man that you never ever? It's 4 pictures, 4 on the entire internet in 2019 of Al Haymon, 4 that TMZ dug and dug and dug to get one of them. So there's 4 pictures on the internet, Al Haymon, and no, and you got one brother that said that said he heard him speak, right? But that was only one person. We had 220 people in this stream. Only one person said they heard him speak. That's one out of 220, and not and me. I ain't hear him speak. You understand what I'm coming from? So how could you? The only reason you get only reason you get a picture painted because the people that are awarded to be in his circle are the ones painting a picture that's not a pretty picture, because they know that we don't have the access to get to understand and get a different picture of him. You understand where I'm coming from? So it's our due diligence. It's our responsibility to make sure and to address and make sure these words don't go unpunished, unjust. We can't do that. We have to address it. And so that's why I wanted to make this today. It's not a good look. Mr. Born Again, salute. It's not business and it's not a good look. Point blank and period. And Bob Arum, shame on you. You should be ashamed of yourself for the comments you made about that man. Because at the end of the day, it's your colleague, and we have never ever, Texas Elite, salute, DJ, salute, Pull Counterbout, salute. We've never heard Al Haymon say anything in a negative light towards Bob Arum or any of these other guys. Dale McElwain, salute. We never heard him talk about Eddie Hearn or Asa De La Hoya or actually, and I can't get into this too tough, but somebody explained to me behind the scenes about something, and Al Haymon still got love for Oscar De La Hoya. That's a fact. I know it to be a fact. That's the way I could leave that at. So we never heard him say anything because you don't even hear him speak. So he's still he's still being the bigger person, so to speak, because he's still not even responding to them. Think about that, people. Let that sink in. In 2019, with all social media and everything, people always want to respond to each other. He's still being the bigger person. He's still showing. That when you walk in the room, you command the room mentality, right? Rico Foster, salute. He's still showing that even when people are throwing rocks at the throne. He's still standing tall with his chest out and his shoulders square. Understand what I'm talking about, man. But listen, I'm going to get up out of here, man. That's all I got for y'all, man. It's your boy Blue, man. Go over to World Breaker Fight, man. I came on late because I'm traveling, so I'm in Florida right now. So, my internet messed up, man. My laptop is messed up, so I got to get to fixing this, man. So I came on late to begin with. My brother World Breaker, I stepped on his toes a little bit. I apologize to my brother World Breaker, man, because I just had to speak on this, man. You know what I mean? But salute to y'all, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Blue, man. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV, man. Salute to y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Peace.